Hey everyone, I am out here today and I am out on top of this beautiful wild hill. I guess it's a hill. It's just a hill. It's not a mountain or anything, but it's in my backyard. Now we have about 5 acres of land that, I'm not gonna lie, it pretty much went wild. I am not good at keeping up on mowing the lawn. So we've got a whole bunch of native plants growing and it's just really amazing. And yeah, I decided I wanted to come up here and just kind of show you guys one thing that's really growing. I don't know if you can see it. I wonder if I can turn my video. So I'm going to come over here and you can see all these little white splotchies. All these beautiful, beautiful dandelions. Now these dandelions, oh my goodness. I love to use dandelion for headaches, for pain, for anything that you're gonna have like inflammation with. Last year I did my own little, I guess you could call it kind of like an experiment. Yeah, I did my own experiment and the sun is really, really bright. So I'm gonna go back in the shade for a second. But I did my own experiment and I had read somewhere that if you have a headache to take and eat 5 dandelion heads, just pop them off the plant and just pop them in and chew them up. At first it tastes like lettuce, which is kind of cool because it doesn't taste bad. But then instantly when you start to get into that the milk that's in the stem, even though you're not eating the stem, there is still some that's up in the head. It gets pretty bitter. So what I decided to do, and I don't know if anybody else has done this before, I'm sure they have, it's not necessarily, like, I'm not trying to claim that I created this or whatever. Anyway, I made a tincture of just the dandelion bloom, and I also made an elixir, but the point is, I wanted something that would work in the wintertime when I don't have dandelions and all of this beautiful wilderness, wildness, whatever you want to call it, is about 4 feet under snow and it's 50 degrees below zero. I wanted something that I could use where I wouldn't have to rely on, you know, like Tylenol or ibuprofen or something like that. And so I made this tincture and I've been trying it out throughout the year. My husband's been using it and a couple people have purchased it from me. I haven't heard anything back, but yeah. So we had a group of missionaries come over this past week and they helped my husband butcher one of our Russian boars. And so one of the missionaries, he had a really bad headache, and my husband, he loves plant medicine and I am so grateful for that. He loves it with a passion and with an excitement that he wants to give it to everybody, which is what we all should have, which I think is amazing. Anyway, so he gave the missionary, like, I can't remember exactly how many drops he said. It was like 5 to 10 drops, and it was directly under his tongue. Sorry, I'm just watching this eagle. We have an eagle that, I wonder if I can show you. Yeah, we have an eagle that lives in the top of our big tree. I'll try to hold this really steady. Technically there's 2 eagles, and I wonder if there's babies in there. You see it moving right in the middle of the screen? Oh, there it just hopped into its nest. Sorry, I've got you zoomed in really far, so any little movement I make makes it shake. Anyway, so, isn't nature awesome? So he gave the missionary 5 to 10 drops under the tongue, and he told the elder, the missionary, that it's not necessarily going to happen like right away, but when it does happen, at least in our experience, you don't even realize it. You're just going about your day, like 15 minutes later, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, I don't have that headache anymore. So that's super cool. And that's one of the things that I have been using dandelion for. There are many different names for dandelion, and I'm gonna show you guys a close-up so that you can actually maybe learn to ID the dandelion. It's pretty easy. Everybody, it seems like almost everybody has it growing in their yard. I don't know about those of you who live in like the desert. I don't know if you guys have dandelions or not. So anyway, I'm gonna turn the camera again. And now, you may hear my little kitty because he's crying. You're gonna see these other like little trees growing up here, but this is dandelion. This is a very tall one because it's got long grass. But they have these, here he is, Gigi. Alright, come here, you. Alright, so it's got the yellow flower, and then it's got a long stem. And if you come down here, you will find the leaves. The leaves look like lion's teeth. And there's usually a rosette, and then all these guys come up. Don't pay attention to this guy here. He's not dandelion. Neither is this one. And neither is this fur ball here. Okay. But inside, we're going to pick this one. Maybe you can get a good focus. Come on, camera. Be nice. Whoa. Okay, well, it's not going to focus for me right now, which is kind of sad. There we go, maybe. There we go. So you can see all the little stamens in there, and underneath, just so you guys can get a really good look. This is kind of annoying. Stop it, you're gonna rip my shirt. Okay. So, but we've got the stem here. Let's see if it'll focus. There we go. You can see how it's hollow. And inside, oh, there you go. You see, there's this little bit of milk here. So if it's hollow and it has milk, that's a good indicator. The yellow flower could be confused with cat's, not cat's claw. Is it cat's claw? Sorry, my brain is thinking cats right now. Cat's ear. It could be confused with cat's ear. And the leaves are very similar there. It also can be confused with colt's foot. So those are some plants that you may want to look up. And yeah, so this is dandelion. I hope you guys will be able to find dandelions in your area, and you can make some medicine. We also use it as a food. It is a food type medicine. And what that means is that there isn't really a limit when you're eating just the whole plant. So, I mean, one thing, dandelion is a diuretic. So that means you're either going to pee a whole bunch, maybe. You're either going to pee a whole bunch, or you may find it as like a laxative. So don't go crazy and eat a whole bunch of dandelion, but I personally don't believe it's going to hurt you. I mean, we make dandelion fritters by taking the flour, dipping them in batter, and then frying them, and we chow them down quite a bit. A lot of the names for dandelion are, well, there's like lion's tooth, or it's also called piss-a-bed, or wet-a-bed, anything that has to do with urinating. So it's really good at getting your systems moving and getting anything that isn't supposed to be in your body kind of out. And yeah, it's anti-inflammatory is what my husband and I have come to find with the tincture of just the heads, the flowers. And yeah, it's a good lymph mover if you do the whole plant in a tincture with the root, the leaves, the stem, the flowers, everything. It's a really good lymph mover. The root is obviously going to be more potent. I know it's not maybe obvious to a lot of people, but The root is going to be more potent because it's just strong medicine is usually in the roots of a plant. So if you guys have any questions or anything about dandelion and you want to know some more, feel free to send me a message on either Instagram or Facebook, or you can comment on this video and I will try to help you as much as I can. All right, see you guys later.